Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, guys. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of World of Tanks. And this one's called No Cap. Sorry, No Cap. No Hill, No Problem. No Hill, No Problem. It's mines, my friends. It is mines. I'm bottom tier in a tier 10, 9, and 8 battle in my Chimera, my Chimney, my Chimera. You guys may have watched over the last year. I really struggled to get this, and I finally got it. So now I'm starting to play it to 100 battles, part of my 100 battle challenge, and I've loaded into mines, into the south spawn. And even though I massacred the title, it's no hill, no problem. What do you do when you can't take the hill on mines? Cry? Quit? Drive up the hill and die? Those are all options. I don't suggest those options, although I've probably done all three of those, sometimes at the same time, and all together. At the same time and all together. But let's talk about what we would do. So when you load into mines, everyone knows getting the hill is pretty important. The question is, can you get the hill? Number one. Number two is your team going to try to get the hill? And the only way you can do that is start driving for the hill. If you've got a tank that can get there, and I sort of do, it's relatively fast. And then pay attention to who's going with you. And you'll know pretty quickly whether your team is into it, right? Hey man, are you into it? No, Dad, dude, we're not really into it. And so that's what we got going on here, right? I come up to my team like, hey, how about the hill? What are you guys into it? And they're like, no, we're not really into it. And that that's true. They're not into it. All right, we're not going to take the hill, more than likely. There is an argument to be made, though, to at least take a look and see if the enemy team is being very, very silly. And if they're being very, very silly and not going at all, you might sneak up on the hill, even with a relatively slow/fast medium like I have. But I don't suspect that's going to happen, so my effort here is going to be come up here and try to get a sneaky side shot into somebody and at least see what they're doing. So we'll come up here and see who's going. Yeah, there we go. Pantera's going. Go ahead and shoot him, and we'll back out, and we'll, oh geez, get out of here. Progetto wants to shoot me, and we back out. All right, what now? Well, first thing you do is not what the 430 does, so I recommend against what he's doing right there. But he kind of gets me a bit of an opportunity because he keeps them busy for a moment. And from here, it's just a matter, you've got to be patient. So I'm going to back out. There is an artillery I have to worry about. It's a 55-58, which is annoying because it's an autoloader, but okay-ish because it doesn't really hit that hard. So we're going to come up here, and I'm going to look for a shot in the side of him. And I've somehow just blap one through his turret, whether I got to right to that side cheek on the turret or maybe got to the top, I don't know. So we'll back out. Now the Mouse is going to come in here, and the 430 has lost all kinds of hit points. I'm trying to get out of his way so he doesn't get artied. I'm just looking for a way around. I'm like, come on, dude, that's enough. Why don't you just get out of the way? And now the Mouse is doing a nice job of tanking these dudes. I don't know what the 14, the Udez was thinking, but he just drives out in the open and dies. 252 now is getting abused, and the Progetto over there is in a really bad spot for us. And you'll see people get in there, get this working. That little notch right there, if you're not on the hill, okay, if his team takes the hill, it's a pretty strong position for coming out and getting crossfire on us while we're trying to shoot these guys or maybe go up here and get shots on the hill. But we get a little bit of advantage. Now look at my team. This is not a lot to work with. We've got a lot of guys camping because we have a lot of TDs. We have a couple dudes that went out over onto the east side of the map, so they're doing what they can do. And from here, it's just a matter of being about as patient as you can. I'd really love to sneak shots on this Progetto. And I'm getting a little bit of problem with, there we go, he comes out and we're able to sneak that one in there. The T-30's in a good spot. He has a lot of backup TD-wise. The Mouse is just kind of challenging them to pen his armor, which they start doing. More than likely they're pushing 2. T-30 is in a great spot. He's a problem. I need to be very careful with him. As a matter of fact, he's going to punish me here in a bit when I make a mistake. Just trying to sneak a shot on this guy. Oh, just at the time I was... Oh, no! So not a lot I can do about that. Try to shoot there, and then that's a miss. That would have been a nice hit to drop the Progetto down to a one-shot. This tank does have a really hard-hitting gun at 400-something alpha, 440 for a medium, and there's that mistake for the T-30. I wasn't paying attention, and you see he's able to sneak around, so that is very unfortunate. The Conqueror is a good tank for that spot as well. Got a very good turret at tier 9, so the T-30 and the Conqueror are definitely problems. So I'm trying to see if I can sneak a shot again into the Progetto. Like, oh, can we do this? No, not quite. No hitbox. Just got the track. You can see guys are coming in there and punishing the mouse pretty badly. He's down to, what, about half his hit points. 252U dies. JPZ 100. And this is looking a little bit grim, right? Even though we're up 2-1, we're just not in a great position, and now we're about to lose our mouse. So we've lost our 252U. Our 430 tier 9 medium is beat up. The mouse is falling back, and now we got trouble because they really own the hill, and we're having a hard time even threatening them on the ramp right there. So 2079 damage, and now I've got to start thinking a little bit outside the box. What am I going to do? How do I change this fight a little bit? It looks like the east side, or the west side, sorry, the island over there is doing okay. So I'm kind of paying attention. I'm going, all right, what's going to happen with the Sturv and the standard B over there? Am I going to be able to sneak a shot, maybe kill the Progetto if he makes a mistake? Can I sneak a shot maybe on the Conqueror if he shoots at somebody going by? Nope, he saw me, so I really don't want to go up there and eat a shot. I'm also worried about the T-30, who looks like he's gone up on the hill. So now we got big trouble, right? The hill is completely owned. We got guys, a bunch of guys on the red lines, various red lines, either on the west or on the south. There's the Progetto. I'd love to kill him if I could. No, little snapshot didn't make it happen. Mouse and the Conqueror. Conqueror is getting a little aggressive, and I think he's kind of feeling it based on their position on the hill, and this is going to be a bit of a mistake for him, actually. I was just about to pickle. The Progetto pulls back just in time, sees me aiming in, and then I'm thinking, okay, can I pixel snipe the Progetto? The mouse is trying to take on the Conqueror, and this is the thing where I talked about being very, very patient right here. All right, we're being very patient. We don't want to overexpose. We're going to have to try to do the attrition battle. We're still ahead by 1 tank. It's not great, but we're doing okay. And we're trying to work this ramp. And this kind of gameplay, to a large extent, drives me a little bit crazy, but sometimes this is what it takes to get the win in this game. Very surprised the 55-58 hasn't found a way to get shots on the mouse. So whatever his positioning is not quite right, or he's been paying attention to other people. I see the Sturv. Now, very interesting. Remember, I mentioned the west side. I see the Sturv start to move up, and I noticed that, and I said, okay, maybe there's a different way to go here. Maybe we can leverage what's happening over on the west side of the map to create a little bit more of an advantage. They are on the hill, but they're kind of all cornered on the hill. And now we've got an IS-6. Now I've got a few extra hit points, and I'm thinking, all right, maybe we can take down this Conqueror. Down goes the 44, which was a good kill. Bad aim on my part. I'm trying to get out of the IS-6's way. I thought he might go and force the Conqueror to fire, and then the Mouse and I would both have free shots, but he didn't go. The Mouse is just going to go up and get his shot. Nicely done. A couple guys shoot him. I'm going to come up here, get underneath. There we go. Got the Conqueror down, and why the IS-6 didn't just push in and kill him, I'll never know. There he goes. So the guard kills him from down in this little spot over here. The guard has moved over here, doing nice work over there, and I think, all right, that's not bad. We got him 5-3. They still own the hill, just with a T-30. There is a pretty significant force over here on the right side, though, that may need to be dealt with. So the Sturv and the Standard B are moving up on the west side. We got a Mouse sitting here, T-34, backed up by some TDs. Let's see if I can sneak a shot into this guy. Not quite. That was going to have to be very, very lucky, especially with the relatively low pen of my AP. The Mouse is behind that building. The building is not destructible. It's going to be very tricky trying to get any kind of shot on that guy. Also, there's an IS-3A, a Tiger 2, and an IS-2-2 lurking around in the buildings up there. The 55-58 dies. So look what happened over there. The Sturv pushed in, actually got in there. And the 55-58 killed himself, potentially, I guess. May have shot into a rock or did something weird there. So now the artillery's gone. A little shot on the Mouse, but that was probably never going to pen even if I hit. And now we're just trying to get spots and whittle down anyone who might be pushing it. Was that building actually destructible? Maybe it was. No, that's a hard building over there. So we'll swing back around this way, and I can see that we are creating an advantage up in the northwest of the map. So that's when I decide, all right, I was as patient as I could be down here, taking some cheeky little shots. Let's actually change our position on the map and try something a little bit different. Unfortunately, the 103B dies, but he did some pretty good work in stirring him up over there and moving him around. Now the WZ's out in the open. The JPZ's had to move down. The WZ looks like he's going after the SU-101. RNG is my friend right there. Unfortunately, the standard B gets nuked with an ammo rack. That was not helpful, and it's 8-7. SU-101 is still in there. JPZ is wandering around, and I have a turtle kind of following me. So up to 3,000 damage, 274 assist. So we're going to move around this way. Turtle's reacted a little bit. He's moving around there. The Mouse has managed to stay alive, which was hugely beneficial for the team. Down goes the 101 from the Turtle. So I'm going to go take a look right here, but I'm not feeling really great about this position. There's a couple spots around where the Turtle is where they can look into and see you. I really wanted to try to catch the JPZ out, and I'm like, ah, there he is, okay. So the JPZ is moving up. I'm not going to get a good shot on him. I can't get to his lower plate at all right there. So I'm not going to be able to do anything with that JPZ. The Turtle goes up there, which was interesting. So we're going to swing back around this way. T-30's up on the hill. And then I see the Tiger 2. He dies, so I'm not going to get a shot. You can get shots on the ramp from this position right here. Looking back up at the ramp, but the Tiger 2 is dead, so I don't have to worry about him. T-30 is up on the hill. For whatever reason, he decides to dive off. That was a huge mistake for his team. They actually still had a pretty good situation going on. So I don't know if he was actually trying to lean over and take a shot or what the story was with that, but that really hurt his team's chances. And now we actually have a pretty good situation. So we got the Turtle here. I'm going to back out so I can just take a shot and get to cover as fast as possible. I'm trying to sneak one into the roof right there if I can. Bounces. I have 3 HE, and I'll just go to that. The HE round on this is actually not bad. So we'll come in here, go a little bit further away. I'm kind of playing the spotting game. You can see the spotting circle right there. Just drive to right outside of it. All right, see that? I just took him right outside of that circle. So there should be no way that he can see me, at least not him. I can see the JPZ working up, so we'll go ahead and take that shot. That drops right on the roof, and I get a nice 189 out of it. That worked out very nicely. Drops him down to 13. So he doesn't have a lot of choice but to sit because he's trying to not get killed by the guard. And all I need is a good solid hit. There we go. And we'll take him down with HE. Not a big fan of HE, but that was a pretty good situation to use it. Very heavily armored tank I was not going to punch through the front of. I either needed to hit that hatch, which was going to be very difficult at that range, or use a little HE. I figured it would take all 3, but worked out that I got him down to a dead in 2 because I dropped one on his roof, it looks like. Now we've got the JPZ. The Turtle's done a really nice job actually right there. He's held that guy off and actually looks like he's done some damage. There's only 2 of them left. The IS-22 looks to be all the way over on the east side of the map. So I'm just going to drive up this way and get to the flank of the JPZ to start helping the Turtle. And I don't know if this guy quit or what, but he just sort of sits there. I don't know if he really just didn't have any chance or he was tracked. To be honest, I'm not sure what's going on with him. Oh, he's tracked. There you go. That's why he's not moving. Good job, Turtle. Turtle tracked him, and I'm able to come around and hit him twice in the side. Then we've got to go find the IS-2, and it's really just clean up on aisle 2. So we didn't get the hill. That one was looking pretty grim. A couple guys did some nice work. The Mouse got up there and tanked it like a big dog. So that was actually pretty good. He dropped some damage on those guys, caused them problems. And what he really did was disrupted their ability to use the hill. Usually you have to retake the hill in those situations, but we actually didn't need it. Based on the way the rest of their team played and our ability to actually work over to the west side and create a different situation on a flank. And that's another way. It works for a lot of maps. It can work for this one. That we were able to turn the flank over on the west side, create an advantage with that, get towards their backfield and disrupt their ability to use the hill. So no hill, no problem. All it takes is a lot of patience and a couple players that are willing to move around and find a seam, right? Find a seam in the defense. And we had, fortunately, had enough of those between the 103, the Turtle, me, and a couple others doing some good work right there. Well, that's all I've got, guys. No hill, no problem, right? Now you know what to do on mines. It's easy. It's easy. All right, that's all I've got for today. Later.